My name's Diana Belfon and I'm the Equality and Engagement Manager for the Trust.
And I'm Sandra Mellors. I'm the Deputy Chief Executive and Chief Operating Officer for the Trust.
Well, reverse mentoring, the concept of that is where a junior member of staff usually mentors a senior member of staff so that they can gain experiences of what it's like to be working at that level. Now, reverse mentoring is a new concept when it comes to the BME agenda, and we first heard about this via email from Professor Stacey Johnson, who's an associate professor with the Nottingham University, and she was looking at how we can improve the experiences of BME staff in NHS organisations. It was particularly aimed at nurses, but when we got to hear about it and we were looking in this trust to improve the relationship between BME staff and also the status of BME staff in the organisation, we knew that it's something we wanted to do. The board snapped it up straight away. So we asked for volunteers from the BME network to join the programme. We didn't even have to ask many people because they just came forward.
From a direct point of view, we saw the value of what we could achieve from it straight away, but also what we could learn. This was something that was brand new. It was about engagement, but there was also something very personal about it. It was something that we could do as individuals on behalf of the Trust, but on behalf of ourselves, and that was the bit that was exciting. It wasn't just about work. It was about something that really, for me, hit my core values and something I wanted to really deeply learn about, but then use as part of the Trust and as part of really developing a particular group of staff that really deserve it and need it and really want to be pushed forward.
And the BME network members and the board members who were part of the programme, we didn't know who was going to be paired with who.
No.
Now, I knew Sandra from years ago. I had no idea that I was going to be teamed with her. So when they said it was going to be Sandra Mellors, I thought, yes! The opportunity to actually have that one-to-one relationship with someone and share your personal experiences, the experiences of my people. Why are we here? How did we get here? What's been our journey on the way? It's completely different to that of white people who were born and privileged in this country. And sharing that with Sandra and her understanding and appreciating it and treating what I share with her with the ultimate respect it's been heartwarming for me. Because of my experiences, I feel quite honoured that Sandra's been moved into action. And the board has been moved into action. And they're not afraid to call it out.
I always thought that I was, am I racist? No, I'm not. Do I understand that I have white privilege? I do. But I understood it intellectually. I had very little emotional understanding and belief, and I think to be really involved and to really want to influence what is happening and what is so wrong, you don't just have to intellectually believe it, you have to be emotionally involved in it. And because of that, things that from my value set I knew were wrong, and I've always been interested in black history, I've always been interested in lots of different histories. But because of our relationship and the history and what I've learned, I'm desperate to do something. And I feel an emotional, personal connection.
Sharing my experiences was quite difficult because a lot of stuff that happened to me on a prejudice level, you kind of try to lock it away and you don't want to revisit it again. So myself and my BME colleagues who were able to bring that to the table to our reverse mentees and share those difficult experiences was challenging. Some of those experiences were so challenging that it would end in tears. But we've created that environment that we can have those courageous conversations and honest conversations. And I think having that education through learning about black history, learning about my experiences, learning about the stuff in the past that's affecting my future and the obstacles that's affected my future, And having more people like Sandra champion that, reverse mentoring has enabled that. And when you think about the rest of the BME staff in this organisation, the ones that participated weren't at your band 7s and your 8s necessarily, they were of lower grade. And yet we've got board members willing to listen to their stories. And not just listen, but be moved by it, moved to action.
It was the key that unlocked the door. And I've said before, I wish I'd done this 30 years ago at the beginning of my career, because just think what I could have supported, helped, developed if I'd have had that knowledge throughout my career rather than, 30 years later.
It's created the space, the environment, the culture for BME staff to grow and to feel safe.
Yeah, I think feeling safe is really important, but also recognising we still have barriers in this organisation.
Yeah.
It's not great for everybody. There are still people, I'm sure, that don't feel safe, but what we need to do is say, come and talk to us about why you don't, we are safe people, come and talk to us.
We've had a workforce race equality standard action plan for a couple of years now. This time it's different. The top team has gone through reverse mentoring, and because of that I can see the difference in the plan.
I think the next steps following this programme, on top of the rolling out the reverse mentoring, is to make sure that we use this as a platform to really support particularly BME staff at this particular point, to develop, to grow their careers, and to really see within the organisation that BME staff have a role, a really powerful role in leadership. You can't just interject people. You've got to make them feel as though they want to do it, and they're not just enabled to do it, but they step into those roles, that they feel that they're the right people, because then they're going to take the positive action and they're going to really believe in themselves as leaders.
Now if we can do that for BME colleagues, imagine what we can do for the other protected characteristics.
I can do it in 2. Life-changing.
Yeah, I would say it's life-changing. Did you say life-changing?
You can say the same.
Yeah, I would say it's life-changing. But I'm not only thinking about my life, I'm thinking about the people that are coming after me. Reverse mentoring to me is developing a safe culture.